1 2 1 2 1 2. We want to welcome everybody to another edition to We Say What They Can't. I'm the instigator / moderator, Dharma Rock. To my left, my right hand man, Pyro the Fireman.
Yo, Pyro, we in the building. I don't know how we in the building. It's been a long weekend.
He drunk.
But we here. We here.
You see niggas drinking this shit? This yellow
What is
shit?
that?
That's little elixir, the little hangover elixir. But Brooklyn, we here, man. We say what they can. Let's get it started.
Goodness.
Speaking of hangovers, sit in the
Hey,
Let's go.
what's going on, everybody? I'm definitely hungover. Happy birthday to my girl Meek. Happy birthday.
How many drinks you had?
I didn't have a lot. I was driving. I didn't have a lot, but I had
Drinks
enough.
you had?
I don't know. Too many. Too many to count.
I'm home watching Law and Order. I gotta switch my shit up, man.
You
Way too
didn't
many
you didn't have any
Nah.
drinks last night?
Nah.
You're supposed to do the home drink thing. It was Saturday
Nah,
night.
I was
Chill.
Law and Order. I was binge watching. I was chilling.
That's good.
Fire was good though, man.
Yo, man. First and foremost, we have got to give a shout out to ourselves and
Yes.
to
Yes.
Don't Forget Me, the
Yes.
Francis Canty Foundation, for the dope give back charity event that we put on last week for the kids.
Second annual. Yeah, we did a good job.
It was
Yo, man.
it was so much fun.
It was
It
so
was
dope.
so nice.
Yo.
I had so much fun.
I saw a video from last. We had like 15, 20 kids last year.
Yeah.
And now we
no, it was
Nah, we
maybe
had
a little
more
more.
than that. We had
Maybe
much
like
more than that.
30.
But we did 200 kids this year.
Right.
We had a lot
And
of
they
kids,
were lit.
and they were
Yeah,
lit.
yeah.
The kids were so excited.
They
The
had so
nail
much fun.
salon
Yeah.
was lit.
It was lit. Y'all
They
had
was
that
over
popping. I mean, we did a really, really good job, yo. And I mean, some of the stories and things that happened last week. Like, there's a quick story I want to share. This kid ran up on my boy Rome, who was, he was there volunteering, serving, whatever. He ran up on him with this Ninja Turtle in his hand, and he was damn near in tears and was just like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you guys got this for me. This is the Ninja Turtle. He's the only one who could swim. He's the special one. He's this, he's that, and I just can't believe it. He's so hard to find, and y'all got him for me. And there's things like that I'm just like, like my man Rome was damn near in tears. Like he had to turn around because
Rome is big. He's a big fella
yeah,
too.
he's a
Yeah.
big fella. It was just like, it was so dope, man.
It
we did a good
was.
job,
I can't
y'all.
wait till next year.
And sometimes you got to step outside yourself and look back, and it's not a pat on the back, but we got to applaud ourselves for, and also the Francis Canty Foundation for
Yes.
the great job that we did for these kids last week. It was dope.
Yes.
It was seriously dope, man.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was dope.
Yeah. Oops. Wrong one.
Wow, that shit comes back licking shots.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Damn.
I was telling Reef earlier, I said that sound machine sound different.
yeah.
That's when you have a hangover. That's how the
Word.
shit sounds.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
You
It's
forget,
alright.
yo. And another quick shout out to this guy Corey K, man, from Brooklyn. Put on a dope event, the Dope Prom, Black Excellence.
Yeah.
Girls and a guy did the
He
red
wa-
carpet, right?
Yeah, he was a guest on Two Girls and a Guy, a show on We Say What They Can't.
Good plug.
And the to see all these black people dressed up, how they was dressed up to the key, to see how packed this place was, it was dope, man. This kid from Brooklyn who's called Shot to Corey. That was his name. And he came from Brooklyn. He put on this event. He grew and dope. So big ups to you. We also want to big up friend to the room, Fresher,
Oh yeah, shout out to Fresher.
for being the only featured artist on Eminem's album.
Hey.
Yep. Only hip hop artist on Eminem album.
Oh, shit, that's kind of that's pretty good. I knew he was on the album. I knew he was the only.
The only one.
Only
Go sign that
feature.
too.
The
That's
only
hot.
one. That's,
Yeah.
that's super dope, man. That's super dope. Yo.
Can I shout out the Knicks?
For what?
For
what?
Look, we got another friend to the room, Tasha. She's really excited about that. They
I
gave a
forgot
big.
Tosh was in the room. I
Yeah.
better not say nothing crazy.
No, I don't really mess with the Knicks, but I like the tribute that they did to Melo last night. I think that was dope.
But they booed the crap out of him when he took the first shot.
Once the game, they're supposed to. They're supposed to.
Yeah, but they gave him a nice little tribute. So shout out to the Knicks for that. And Melo. And Lala was there.
She was there?
She was there.
Word? I ain't
Yeah.
even peeped that. Because
She
I
was
ain't see
there.
the game, but I
Why you
saw a
looking
little
all
highlight.
crazy? She was
Because I
there.
don't think you saw Lala. You ain't see her.
Lala was there.
I ain't see no picture of her. In the stand.
Yeah, go to the shade room. She was there.
All right, I'm on. Shade room never lies. Fuck with the shade room.
Speaking of that, I saw a report that Jay-Z is doing a documentary on Trayvon Martin, and and George Zimmerman threatened him.
Lies you tell.
Yeah, no,
Lies
I
you
mean,
tell.
are you serious? Like, this dude, he's still at it. Like, when will somebody like
What you gonna say, Pyro?
I just want to say no. I just want to. Can I say the people in Florida are soft? Because there's no way he could be from New York and he still be walking around. I'm sorry.
Straight up,
I'm
man.
sorry,
Like,
and he better not threaten Jay.
Need to shut that up already.
Not on my watch.
On a positive note, I mean, on a positive note, on a messed up situation is Chinks Killers was caught.
Oh yeah, but wait, what was so crazy is that they had one of the guys that's suspect. You gotta say allegedly. That did it. He was at the funeral.
Nah, that was wrong.
That was wrong.
Yeah, he was. That wasn't the right one, but he was rocking rest in peace Chinks hat. No,
That's
matter of fact,
crazy.
before we bring the guests, let me pose a question to the room real quick. This is what I was thinking about. So, the street code, the no snitching, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order for these two to get caught, somebody had to snitch.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
The police ain't that smart. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is telling.
I mean, somebody had to talk.
You know what I'm saying? So is it now that?
It depends on who's talk.
So it's now it's okay?
It depends on who talks.
What do you mean it depends on who talk?
Because if that's your friend, and if you're my right hand man, and I know who killed you, and I don't want to go to jail, I'm gonna tell the cops. I'm gonna say that's who did it. I don't want to go to jail, so I'm gonna tell.
Listen, man, here's the definition.
So listen, we'll be looking for new co-hosts. Just send your application to we see what they can at gmail.com.
If they killed you, I'm not going to. I don't want. You want me to go to jail?
Look,
we say what they can at gmail.com.
I said I ain't going back to jail. I ain't going back to jail.
Nigga, you got arrested. You did like an hour?
It don't matter. I was there. It wasn't nice.
Yo, Cinemax be talking like she did that stretch.
I did
She be
not.
like, yo.
I didn't want to do a day. I don't want to do an hour. I don't want to do 5 minutes.
How many hours did you do?
I did overnight. I actually went to Rikers Island.
Oh, word?
Yes, twice.
Fuck.
Hello.
She go to Rikers for the day.
Hey. Damn it. That's why you can't do things to support your family because they always throw it back in your face every single time. I shouldn't have never said that.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
Y'all always get me in trouble.
We want to move on, or should I speak on what we just spoke about, the topic?
What?
Yeah, speak on the topic.
Because y'all already know how I feel. I feel the whole snitching thing is blown out of proportion. I feel like you're a snitch. If me and you did a crime together,
yes,
and I tell on you,
yeah, that's
the
real definition. Of
if you did something or to my family or somebody I know and I ain't got nothing to do with it, and I don't take you out myself and I do it the legal way, and I don't think that's snitching.
I think
you know
innocent civilians can snitch.
Word, you ain't got shit to do
if
with
you ain't,
it.
If you ain't in our life, you ain't in our cause.
I think snitching, the whole crazy part of snitching was brought on by some fucked up ass criminal who was just like who came up with that shit and people ran with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Because you're not if I ain't do the crime. Why the hell would I say something if you did something to my people? You crazy?
All right, just in case Pyro doesn't make it to the car, if we need another call, applications at we say what they can at gmail.com.
Right.
Thank you.
Whatever.
So with that being said, let's bring in our co-host, our beautiful co-host, multi-talented. She can start coming out. She's a screenwriter, author. We gonna find out how dope of an artist she is. I can't say she's dope yet. I gotta hear something. Give it up for Aisha Hall.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's going on? How you
What's up,
doing?
y'all?
Thank you for
Hey,
coming.
yes, thank
No
you.
problem. No
know
problem.
that?
I'm happy to be here.
So tell the people, let's tell the people about yourself. First of all, you were like 24, 20. You was a CEO.
Yeah, I had my own company.
God
I
damn.
started when I was 24. I started the company.
What was the company?
It was a finance company. We did trading, like trading commodities. We used to buy gold, anything, rice, barley, wheat, rubber, anything traded by the metric ton.
There's money in there like that? She
Yeah,
was
we-
getting
Yeah,
this
we were
money.
doing all right.
God damn
We
it.
did like 10 mil.
Babe, write that down. I need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And your pops. Your pops is kind of like down with Public Enemy, right?
Yeah, he was. He was
You
killed.
ain't know that. Yes.
He was killed like about almost 3 years ago while I was locked up.
Oh wow.
He was
sorry to hear
deported to Jamaica, and while he was there, he got into something with this crazy guy, and he ended up stabbing him to death.
Yeah, my man Face. He's like, yo. Once he found out he was on the show, he's like, yo, my father, mad cool. He's like, he was wild, but he was the coolest to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So Did he influence you to like the
Absolutely.
music?
Everything. From when I was about 3 or 4 years old, I first picked up the mic. And he used to take me to his shows and stuff, and I would always get on the stage and perform, you know. So I've been doing music all my life.
Right.
All my life. Reggae, rap, you know, that's my thing. I write. I've been writing forever.
So he was on the positive vibe like Chuck D and them, or he was...
absolutely. Absolutely. He's like, you know, a lot of people call him the genius. You know, he was the smartest man I ever met. Taught me to play chess when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
You know?
Shit.
And I taught chess in prison for about 6 years.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, he gave me a lot of jewels that helped me, you know, pretty much become who I am today. You know, I give him a lot of that credit.
So, you know, speaking on, you know, I want you to tell the people about your history, your past, you know, where you came from and all the things, because I've read your bio and all the things that you do and what you're doing. Let our fans know.
Okay, no doubt. I do. I'm a jack of all trades. You know, I do a lot. You know, I write. You know, obviously I do music. I started writing books actually in prison. You know, I write plays. When I was in prison, I did a lot of the plays, giving the ladies something to do outside of just sitting around and,
Right.
you know, just dwindling away in their sadness of doing time. So we started doing the plays, and that's when I learned that I could take my books and actually, you know, see them on stage and, you know, put them into screenplays. And that's where I got into that. And then people started writing me, oh, you know, I'm thinking about putting this movie together. Can you do the screenplay for me? I'm thinking about doing this play. Can you write that? So then I started writing for people. Then I started ghostwriting for people. So I've ghostwritten about 4 or 5 books, you know, co-written books. I do it all. I mean, I'm a end mass incarceration advocate. You know, I do a lot of motivational speaking. So I just, anything that has to do with writing or using, you know, my words of encouragement, that's what I do.
Right.
How did your past motivate this or influence everything that you're doing right now?
As far as like being in prison?
Yes.
Oh man, it's everything. You know, you really don't know what you have until you lose it. So it was like, you know, having all these things and really money not being an object at all, money not being an issue, to going from that, the feds taking it all and going all the way down to the bottom, you really learn how to appreciate life. Whereas sometimes when you're getting it on such a big level, you really don't. You know, things just come to you and you're just used to moving how you move, and to go through that and to be stripped of everything, it was really an experience like that's like no other. Like Malcolm X said, white man's jail is the black man's jail, and that is true.
I want to know, what was it like your, if you remember, like your very first day there?
Yo, my very first day was mad funny. So I walked in.
It's the fresh meat thing?
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, you did your homework.
Don't let them know. Don't let them know.
So I walked in, and you know, I walked into MDC Brooklyn.
Okay, I know what that is.
Yeah, you know.
I didn't go there.
Okay, sorry.
It's off the chain, and that's when the girls start yelling, "Fresh meat, put on my bump. Yo, put her over here. Yo, I'ma fuck that bitch." You know, all this crazy. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm be fighting on day one. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy when I walked in and I was greeted like that. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a long jail sentence. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow. And then after a few days, I started vibing with the ladies, and I realized like really they was only playing.
Right.
You know, and a couple days later, I was like, fresh man. So, you know.
What was your biggest adjustment going in?
My biggest adjustment, well, there were two. First, I'm very close with my family, so not being able to be with my family was terrible. You know, and very close to when I first got in, my brother got killed by the police, so, you know, that was very difficult for me because I hadn't been sentenced yet. Actually, I hadn't even been indicted yet. So the fact that they wouldn't let me go to his funeral was very difficult.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was rough. And then the other part that was difficult is I'm used to being in control of things, and I still had some businesses and things going on, and you can't run a business from federal prison. So it was like I was worried that everything was going to fall apart and that I was going to lose more than what they took.
Right.
So that was the most difficult part.
What's the biggest myth about you?
The biggest myth?
Because all I know is like Orange is the New Black. I don't know nothing. I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I know nobody on them pictures I saw, none of them look like nobody Orange is the New Black. God damn.
No, they don't.
Shout out to my wife. I love you. I'm like, where the hell is this?
Right.
This was crazy. But what's
the
what's
biggest myth that I've heard like about federal prison is that it's so plush and that like you're getting steaks and all of that.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, did y'all play tennis all day? I'm like, that is a rumor. That is a lie. Those, hillbilly officers out there that have never been around anybody but, those typical redneck people from that area, when they encounter, Hispanic or blacks, they just look at them as just prisoners. So they treat you a certain way, and there's definitely not any special treatment that you get in the feds. Actually, I think it's worse. I think the state. I used to always say I wish I was in the state because you could get packages in.
Right, that's what I was about to say. Feds is only money. It's strictly money. Your family have to send you money. They can't send you anything else. That's
nothing
it.
else except when you're going home.
So you can, cause I had makeup on.
They did, and I was.
I'm like, I knew it was no filter popping back there. This was natural.
What was the beauty parlor like?
Well, see, they do have a cosmetology school. So
That's where you got the thing from?
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So you can go to cosmetology school and get your hair done, get your nails done. Now, you might get a chick that was that was living in a trap house for the last couple of years and, just decided she wanted to start doing hair. That's the risk you take. You might come out looking chopped up like Edward Scissorhands, got to you. But, it is good. It was one of the ways that the ladies could get a license and come out and actually make some real money. So it was cool. But yeah, and if you don't have makeup, you make makeup. You make makeup with Kool-Aid and...
Wait, what? With Kool-Aid?
With Kool-Aid. Yeah, you can make makeup with all kind of stuff. We used to use like the ink from pens. You squeeze the ink out. And that's how you make your mascara. You mix the ink with toothpaste and Vaseline. There's all kind of concoctions.
So that was cool.
Yeah. That's like
We some
innovative.
creative
Yeah, we really are. We really are.
Yeah, when you get in those situations,
You have to
your mind is elevated to a different level because now you're forced to be creative.
Right.
So he asked about your biggest adjustment going in. What was after doing such a long stretch, your biggest adjustment coming out? Because a lot of things have changed, like for instance, like social media and like your social media is popping. Like, we checked you out. It's crazy over there. So like, what was your biggest adjustment coming out?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. That's probably it. Like to see everybody walking down the street with their heads down.
Right.
Like nobody's looking up. Nobody's off of their phone. Like it's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. So to me, it's like when you're talking to somebody trying to have a conversation, they're like, They're not even listening to you.
Right.
So, it's a big adjustment to get used to communicating with people, not so much over the phone. People rather be text. They'd rather get a text than a phone call. I like to hear your voice. I like to see if you're real. I like to see, what's your attitude, how you move. You can get a lot of that from a conversation, and people aren't really doing that. For sure. So that's a big adjustment.
I wanted to know, were you in a relationship when you got arrested?
I kind of was, yeah.
What does that mean?
I
don't know. We're not gonna let her get away with that.
Right.
Like, what does that mean?
I'm gonna be very honest. I was dealing with somebody, and then once I realized how much time that I had, 10 and a half years, I wanted to step back. They said no. They were gonna be there, but they were locked up too. They ended up getting locked up on their own situation. Okay. So he came home. And, he was there for a little while, but he really didn't prioritize me the way I expected.
Right.
Doing so much time. So it was kind of heartbreaking for a little while because being that I was such a hustler, I was so strong-minded. I was never really that woman that needed affection and all of that. But when you're in prison, that changes. Mm-hmm. And since our relationship wasn't based on that, I guess it wasn't really built to be able to handle that type of stress, So it kind of just... We still cool, but it's just not the same.
Oh, because you know what? You see so many women that do it for the men, and I'm curious to know. Like, I'm sure you've seen relationships while being in there, and like, do the men hold it down like the women do?
No,
I know
absolutely
that.
Not.
I knew that.
Absolutely
you didn't
not.
even have to tell me, but I just, I wanted.
I'm a prime example. I mean, I expected. Here I am in this situation. I expected you to be there a certain way, and I was just like, no phone. The phone wasn't getting answered.
Did he come at least once?
Well, that's another thing. He couldn't come.
Oh, because
I mean, there's ways around that. I would have found a way to come, but us females, we find ways to make things happen. But no, so that didn't happen, and it's just like a repeat cycle. Most of the women there, they're by themselves. One girl, she was there. Her dude dropped her off because she was a self-surrender, and they had a house, they had a son, and then like 2 weeks later. She never heard from him. Wow. he moved another chick in the crib and just
see?
moved on. Like, but whatever she was doing, they both benefited from.
Right.
So it's like these men, they're not holding it down.
No,
like
they not
supposed to.
holding it down.
Pyro, let me ask you a
They not
question.
holding it down while we out here.
And they
No.
snitches. Wait, we're gonna get on
Sorry.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get on that.
Wasn't me.
Okay. Oh,
Pyro, question. It God forbid,
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, she go up north or something like that. What's the longest you can go without being faithful?
he said, his voice cracking.
We only live.
everything.
We only live. Nobody's watching.
Nah,
Lisa
she's
is watching.
She's watching.
She on here.
I'm gonna wait. It
You
does-
gonna
Me
hold
too.
I'm waiting.
Hey, my brother's
You gonna
waiting.
ride it
I'm gonna
out.
wait.
You
I'm gonna
get
ride
some
it out.
lotion or whatever we gotta
Yeah,
do to
I
work
would
it
definitely
out.
ride it out. I mean, it really like if she got a life sentence.
Nah,
then
let's
I
say
can't-
let's say
That's a lot. If
5
she,
years.
If she,
5 years.
No, I'm waiting 5 years.
if she get a year, y'all lying.
Nah,
They lying.
I'm gonna wait till 5 years.
They
Cinemax. What about you?
I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting.
What if they got a year? Like 1 year?
You waiting to 5
No.
years, Rock?
I just high fived
Oh,
you. What
okay,
kind
I
of
was just
shit is
making
that?
sure.
Look, Lisa
You
said
said
how long?
bullshit?
Lisa said how long?
I'm waiting.
He said he waiting, Lisa. It don't matter how long it is for you, boo. He
As long
love
as
you
it ain't
forever.
life. As long as it ain't life.
it's not life.
Yeah,
So
we
don't
waiting.
get life, Lisa.
Now, what do you mean about waiting? Because from my experience, okay, I never if I was with someone, I wouldn't expect them to be celibate for 10 years. But when you hold somebody down who's incarcerated, it's about answering the phone, sending pictures, sending letters, or emailing, depending where you are, and sending money. So just because if you're with someone and you love them and they get life, you should never leave them.
Yeah, no.
Now, to not be with them and be in a committed relationship is one thing.
That's what I'm talking
But don't just leave me
No,
when
no,
I'm
yeah,
down.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
no.
no.
We talking
Oh,
about
no,
just
yeah, we
the
talking
sexual
about
needs.
sex.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Because my stepfather had life, right? But he did 28 years, and my mother held him down. Like
Wow.
he came
Wow.
home to my
That's a
mother.
dope
They're
woman.
together right now. They on their
Nice.
honeymoon. They don't answer the phone.
Show him his Myers have a couple uncles that came
Of
over.
course. I mean, he knew, but he's realistic. Like he didn't know that he was coming home one day. But Shonda, Cinemax ain't doing that.
Well,
I got a question to add on that. Okay, so you said 28 years, right?
Yeah, he did 28.
He did 28. She didn't have sex with anybody.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
No, he says you didn't
sure
have
you're
any
not blowing
uncles
up
coming
our
over.
spot?
Okay,
No,
okay,
no, because
okay.
he knew. No. I'm not a snitch or my mom. My stepfather knew.
you just
He
snitched.
knew. He knew. I said he knew.
no, but I like what she said. Was that
I did snitch when I was
sex is
little.
sex,
though.
right? But committed, because sex is sex. So you can have somebody who let's say a dude, he holding the girl down, but he ain't having sex with no female person. He bought dolls, all kind of stuff for 10 years. She
What?
come home.
He's crazy.
No, he got all kind of other stuff to satisfy himself. When she come home, he like, yo, I don't want to mess with a human. I don't even want to do nothing with you. Like he love her, but sexually he connected to something else. You feel me? Like my thing is, yo, be with me, hold me down, like you said.
Right.
You gotta go get right. You're a human being. Go get right.
But
Just
when
take
you
care
love
of that.
somebody,
Yeah.
you want them to experience life.
Life.
You're incarcerated, not
Not
them.
them.
Right.
So at the end of the day, for me to
Thank
ask
you.
you to never be with anybody else, that's kind of selfish.
Right.
My homeboy, Black. My man Black. No, Black. My man Black.
Oh,
I was
God.
thinking about that. I want to say it. Nah, but this is one of his favorite stories. When he got locked up, his girl got locked up. His girl allowed him to be with her girlfriend. And they were like, yo, I don't want. Yeah, she had
Shouts to her.
she had a boy. Yeah, that was some hot. I was like, yo, you need to marry her. Yo. She had a girlfriend and she had him, and was like, yo, y'all fuck each other while I'm going. She did like 8 months. That shit was
Okay.
hot.
Wow, only 8 months and she let that happen?
She's good.
Double
That
applause.
was
She
nice.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
She
That
gets
was-
another round.
Well, let's get back to the snitching though.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to hear what I got to say about that.
What's your thoughts on the snitching?
It is not acceptable. Unless it's something to do with a child or, like you was kind of saying before about somebody who's just not a street person
Right.
at all.
Right.
But when it comes to from the experience I'm talking about with this mass incarceration, it's all snitches. I mean, people are even somebody snitched on me. I mean, when as far as wearing a wire. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So to me, it's like, stay in your lane. Let the police do their job. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, if you benefited from a situation and you were part of a situation, you got to stand up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it's not right to go and, because you got caught up because you wasn't move in a way that kept you out of getting in trouble.
Right.
It's not right. The next person might have been doing everything right to stay out of trouble, and here you come. You know, it's just an unhonorable thing.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
no,
Right,
definitely.
And,
Absolutely.
you know, I've experienced what damage it can do. Like my very good friend Sandra Rucker, you know, she had 14 life sentences. Never ever sold any type of drug in her life. But you know, her daughter's father, Kendall from Brooklyn, he's very well known. He you know, got life, and she got life, and it was all snitches. I mean, people getting up on the stand that has a lot of time that the feds are saying, we'll give you a reduction if you tell.
Right.
You know, so the incentive to snitch is very high, but it's just morally wrong.
Right,
You know?
definitely.
Absolutely.
I have no exceptions. I mean, if you was a snitch, I had friends that I found out later. I seen paperwork. They were snitching. They cut. I don't even want to be around you. What if I gotta steal some food out the kitchen?
You gonna tell, right? Listen, so my
Sorry.
my ex had got sentenced to federal prison or whatever, and I went to see him, and he was telling me, he was like, you know how when they tell you, like when you see in the movies and stuff, like the dudes press you for your paperwork, like when you're in there, like they want to see your papers.
Right.
Can you show me your papers?
Right.
Because they're not gonna mess with you. And I was like, I don't ever want to go to jail. Never, no more.
And the
Never.
feds don't help. You know, they set you up. You know, there's the law library, and there's thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of cases, maybe even 1 million cases on there that you can pull up. And if you talk, when you pull up that person's name, it's right on the law library. It tells. So they tell you about they're gonna protect you and all that. They really don't. And actually, they add to the murder rate. Because when people
That's
come
true.
home
Damn.
and they get shot up or whatever, the feds, they don't protect you. So here you are telling all of this, going beyond with even your case probably just to try to look good. And then they put that out there and you step out the door and get shot in the face. You know, and I think that they play a role in that as well. You know, now in their defense, I don't think it's right that your options are tail or life.
Right.
For small amounts of drugs and nonviolent offenses. That's wrong. But those are the positions they put people in, and people got to understand the game. This is the game you're in. You get caught up, you got to eat it. Telling is unacceptable.
Yes.
So I have a question. True or false? I heard that you hired a bunch of street hustlers to help you run in your business and build your business, and it grossed almost $10 million in the first year. Is this correct?
That is correct.
So what's the good and the bad of that?
Well, the good of it is, you know, I don't really necessarily like the corporate schooly type. You know, they're not very big on taking risks. In order to get to the next level, in order to get, you know, to a multi-million-dollar platform, you have to be able to take risks. And college doesn't necessarily teach you how to take risks. It teaches you how to just work for somebody.
Absolutely.
You know, my dude, Sal, Weezy, all of them, they were partners. They worked for me, but they were also my partners because I gave them a stake in the company. And their hustle was just no different than the street hustle. And that helped grow the company because they were so aggressive. You know, the downside of it, I would say, is, you know, kind of being typecast, kind of being, you know, limited if people know that.
Right.
So you got to kind of, you know, not tell the whole story. And you don't want to be dishonest, but you also don't want to be, you know, limited in opportunity because of who you are. So that's kind of the down part of it. But, you know, the good outweighed the bad for me because they held me down the whole time. They never told anything.
That's dope.
They were like, you got my sis, take me too. I have nothing to say.
So quick question. So the with the success of the first year, with the success with everything that you were doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
From when the judge sentenced you to all of that time, and I know the feeling had to be like just ridiculous, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When did it switch? Like, what was the switch from that surreal feeling of being sentenced to, you know what, I'm gonna turn this into a positive? How long did it take you?
About 20 minutes.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay.
About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
When I got into what they call it's a holding cell, and it's in the courtroom when you're waiting to be sentenced and stuff. You're there before you get on the bus, the marshal's bus, and you're there after you leave. And when I was waiting to get on the marshal's bus, and I was sitting there, and I was like, fuck it, I gotta do it. I was like, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do to change this right now. You know, my family is very upset. I need to be strong, and I'm gonna just make the best of it. Boom, just like that. You know, just on
a
some
whole lot of
warrior.
niggas on there.
Right.
I'll tell you that
Right.
shit.
I give it to my pops though.
Yeah.
He gave me the tools. So
So when you was in there, Palm, when you was in there, kind of teamed up with some other female heavy hitters, and I think we need to talk about this Pink
Absolutely.
Panther clique. Man.
Absolutely.
How was y'all able to put y'all ego aside? So that's 3 bosses.
Yes.
I gotta
yes.
put y'all egos aside and try to come up with one product. How did that?
I think that because we all are bosses and we're bosses in the street and we understood the value of teamwork, we knew if we're going to make something happen, especially in these circumstances, we have to, work together and everybody stay in their lane. Everybody bring their talent to the table. And like me, I was the writer. Milla, she was the find the bag. She always finds the bag. And Sunshine, she's the marketing queen. She put us out there. So with those 3 skills coming together, we were able to create, this conglomerate that worked. And we're aware of that. We actually have these discussions. Okay, you may do things, Ish, that I'm not a part of, and I'm going to support you. Sunshine may do things, and it's nobody's jealous of what anybody else does.
Thank you.
We
Yes.
just have to talk about it. And people don't want to have those tough conversations because Drake said, what did he say? I hope that he was talking to Wade, and he said, I hope that my success doesn't ruin our relationship or something like that. So that's a conscious thing.
Yes.
I'm aware of it. Miller's aware of it. Sunshine's aware of it. And we just try to stay humble.
I wanted to know, what were one of the craziest stories you heard that one of your co-inmates have done, and you was like, wow.
The craziest story. Well, there's 2 of them. The first one actually is my friend. I'm not gonna say her name because she's still down, but she wanted to bring in different things into the prison, and you get strip searched and all of that. So this chick comes and was like, "Yo, I need to use the microwave." Like real quick before I'm like, they just called you for a visit. Listen, I need to use the microwave. So I'm like, okay. So she takes a Snickers, right, and puts it in the microwave. Then she takes the Snickers out that's half melted and rubs it in her panties.
Oh, wow.
Puts the panties on, right? Goes down to the visit. Comes back up with everything. Because when she got stripped down, she put on her panties, the guards started throwing up, thinking it was shit. So she said, I want to be known as the shitty girl and bring everything, and that she never got strip searched again.
Wow.
You see that?
So that was and that wasn't a rumor, I experienced it.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting on a visit with her, and she, she probably itching. So she's shaking her legs and shit because she got this Snickers up her crotch.
Well, when she come out, put her on your marketing team. 'Cause
Right.
That shit was hot.
Right.
That was some hot shit
Genius.
right there. God damn.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wait, what's the second one?
And the second
Go on, bro. Get away with that shit. Good one.
The second one was, okay, I got to the prison to Alderson, and this girl had a really, really, really foul smell. I mean, really bad.
Like, alarms down there.
Yeah, down there.
Okay.
Something
Cool.
wasn't right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what, every day? So my friend is like, yo, she has a plastic bag, in her chest with cum in it. What? And she's walking around with it because she she had she had oral sex with one of the guards, and she wanted to take him down. So she was waiting for her visit so she could pass the stuff off and have her evidence. But because it was so old, it stinking real bad.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. That was the craziest thing ever.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Well, did she get it? Did she get it through?
Well, she ended up getting shipped too. So, I don't know if it was worth it. I don't know what happened, but it was just bugged out because she couldn't leave it anywhere in case it was shaked. So that's the safest thing when you locked up. Whatever you have, whatever you have, any contraband, you keep it on you.
We got
But
we
that
got
was
cavities,
just,
right?
That was just a bit much.
Right.
God.
That's so crazy.
Y'all asked.
Right.
Nah, so good, so
We
good.
like it. We like
She
it.
had a lot on her chest. She had a lot on her chest.
So that's just one of 1,000 stories.
I need one more. I think we need one more.
One more. Okay.
Oh
so,
no! All right, wait. Let me ask you this: what about one a crime that somebody committed, like to be put there that you heard and you was like,
a crime that somebody committed. Well, I had one friend. Oh, this was crazy.
see, I knew it was one.
She was actually a female pimp,
Oh,
pimping
shit.
men.
That's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dope.
And
Shouts to her.
well, actually, she got a human trafficking charge
Uh-huh.
because she was bringing Mexican men.
I'm sorry.
across state
That's
lines.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
And was basically they was getting it popping.
Yo, that's genius.
Yo, no disrespect, but I thought Mexican men was. Never mind.
You thought they was what?
This shit getting crazy.
Yeah, never
This
mind.
shit's getting crazy.
You thought they was what, Pyro?
You dated a Mexican?
Me?
Yeah.
No, a
Okay.
Puerto Rican. It's not the same, right?
Shouts to all our Mexican fan base.
That word.
I think we need to change
I got
this.
one more. I got one more. I
Go
got
ahead.
one more. There was a group of girls who on an airplane had babies, and the stewardess were wondering why the babies didn't cry the whole flight. Well, they were dead babies that were stuffed with cocaine.
Wow.
Yes. I was locked up with them in MDC. They ended up going to Danbury because they obviously weren't camp eligible. But yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
And their whole defense was, they got them from the morgue and stuff. They were already dead. But I mean, still, that was just crazy.
People,
know,
is it
They're
true that
black or what?
They were from Colombia.
Wow.
is it true that people who like commit crimes against children? I mean, a lot of my friends have told me this already. Like they're treated differently in prison.
Oh, absolutely. In male and female prisons. But I will say what I learned after this experience, I would have been like, send them under the jail. But the mental illness that I've encountered since I've been there, a lot of the things that some of these people have done, they really have serious mental problems.
Is there programs in there? For that?
No,
No?
absolutely not. The lady that slept next to me for a while, I'll never forget her. She talked to herself all day, all night, 24 hours. She never slept. Wow. She just talk, and would fight herself. And if it wasn't for us taking care of her, making sure she ate, making sure she didn't harm herself, they didn't care. There's no real programs for that. It's just a warehouse,
That's
A
crazy.
form of slavery, man.
I mean,
it is slavery. It is definitely, like you said, a form of slavery because you just warehousing human beings. There's no progress. There's no programs. Right now, Trump has shut down all the funding. Actually, even me, I'm waiting to go to home confinement. And that's been, they had a meeting and said home confinement is frozen right now. So I'm stuck at the halfway house.
wow.
It's just the money. He's just not taking care of the people locked up.
That's so crazy. I mean, that's why you really to all the people out there, like you're a big inspiration to people. I mean, for everything that you went through,
Yes.
you built yourself up, you built your self-wealth, built a company on your own. They took it away from you, and you took that as motivation. And while you were locked away, you lost a brother, your dad was deported, and subsequently murdered after that. You took all of that as motivation, came out 6 novels later.
12
now.
Yeah.
12
I mean, I'm
now.
including some of the
ghostwriting,
ghostwriting, but
What was that word?
Screenwriter.
Subsequently?
Subsequently.
That was kind of That was high. That was pretty high. For Sunday, that was pretty high.
So I mean,
Okay.
that's pretty dope. And now you doing music too, man. I mean,
yes.
So, music, good set there. That was good, bro. What's your biggest adjustment music wise? Because when you went in,
right.
you had the cats kind of had to spit. Now you just gotta mumble. So
yeah, it's crazy.
what's the difference? Like, who do you like now?
There's a I don't even have the
Yeah.
word. I mean, I respect all art forms,
Right.
and I'm sure my grandparents looked at us like, what are they talking
Right,
about?
right,
So I don't want to be one of those people that look at the new generation and talk down. However, we've always gotten our strength from music, and
Right.
they're really not saying anything right now. And they talking about doing all these crazy drugs, like
Well, that's the new thing right now. It's while we getting on the people that the new rappers that's doing drugs, but we didn't get on the older rappers that was selling the drugs. What you guys take on that?
Go ahead, Cinemax. I mean,
Pyro got bad just now.
Listen, because
God damn.
they weren't crackheads. Hello.
that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. When it became cool to be the crackhead,
Right.
like
Yeah,
when that
yeah,
became
yeah.
cool, like that shit is
crazy.
stupid to me. Like, yo, I just can't even talk on it because that
Me
shit really
either.
pisses me off, son.
I
Like,
feel like it's like a thing. That's like
Yeah.
the debate with the kids are talking
and
about.
it's like I don't want to, like she said, I do not want to be one of those people like the older generation who was like, yo, how y'all listen to that hip hop stuff, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So but what I cannot understand is the stupid shit, the mumble rap. Fine, y'all like that, but when you do hear something, y'all talking the same shit about sipping scissor and popping pills and
Terrible.
all that. Come on, man. Like, it's not cool to be the crackhead.
I'm gonna change the subject real quick before Pyro blows a gasket or something. So with female rappers, like since the beginning, like it seemed like the top 2 female rappers can never get along. Whether you're talking about Light and help me out, Reef. Light and damn, my cousin Yogi Antoinette. Yogi used to write for her too. Antoinette. Then you had Foxy, Kim, and you got Remy, Nikki. Why do you think the two top females can never get along?
Well, first of all, I think that females naturally are competitive by nature. You know, we compete for everything. Compete for attention. We compete for a man. You know, and there's so many more females than there are men. Right. That's statistically, you know, true. So, you know, I think that females feel like they can't share the throne, and there are many thrones. Like if you watch Game of Thrones, you see there's thrones over here, thrones over there. There's a throne and a place for everybody, but I don't know, for whatever reason, females have a hard time grasping that concept. And you know, if anybody ever came at me, I tell them, you know, it's a place for you, Mom. I'm over here.
Right,
I'm a little
right.
bit more. I'm very intellectual. I'm over here. You might be a mumble rapper. Go over there with the mumble rapper.
Right.
Stay over here on the intellectual side, you know. And you know, it's a place for everybody. And sometimes it's just like, how many McDonald's are there on the corner? You know, open up one and then they say that's it. There's a place, everybody has their specialty. So if they start accepting that, then, you know, because the men do it, they collaborate, you know, they do dope things together. So hopefully me and my sisters, like the Pink Panther Clique, will serve as an example of how women who are bosses can still come together and work and not compete with each other.
Because it's great, but it is true though. When I was yeah, so I was writing for this female rapper, I won't name her, and the A&R at the time was like, yo, when you write this, I need you to go at this person. And I'm like, what? He was like, he basically like, yo, they beat the.
Yeah.
So a lot of that shit comes from the
right.
Yes.
So so who did you like? You know,
just like girl fight. A girl fight is so cool. Everybody wants to see a girl fight.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people do. You know,
but you know what? And I
like
guess
to
because
see
it's so,
guys
it's why not?
I love guys, but I don't
Like
hear
physically
girls,
fight or like
yeah,
fight?
physically fight. I don't care if guys fight. I mean, if girls fight, but guys, yeah. I'm more protective over the men. I wanted to ask. Oh, look, so I got a little game for us, right? Real quick. I know. So everybody has to say if you did it or not, and this is your bell. So I didn't bring my calculator and all that stuff to add up y'all stuff. Y'all know what y'all did, right? So we all gonna agree. Let's say if we did it or not. You down, Reef?
So we say I did it or no?
I did it.
Okay.
Or you put your hand up like, yeah. I
Reef
did it.
playing too?
Reef playing too. All right. So have you ever gotten drunk at work or went to work while still drunk?
Maybe.
I did it last week.
I don't drink.
All right. Been in love with two or more people at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all bad. Said you love someone but didn't mean it.
Yeah.
All right. Have any of you ever kissed a coworker?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That I can recall.
Kissed your boss?
I don't recall.
Kissed your boss? No. All
Wait,
right.
your wife works for your company.
She worked on another floor. She
works
wasn't
like
she
my
your coworker,
but she
She
works
still
for the
work for
company.
the company?
That counts?
Yes.
well, then
She's a
yeah.
coworker.
Okay, cool. I didn't know.
Yeah. Been in love with a stripper?
Nope. Never.
We got one. We got one.
Oh, who?
Sister over here.
Female
my
stripper or
sister.
male stripper? All right, cool.
No comment.
We're about to break up. Let's get her a chick.
About to bring her on in. Bring her on in.
Yeah.
Were you the one dancing on the stage when she was rapping? I said, that's me. I don't know who one of my friends would be the rapper, but I'm the sister that was dancing. She was getting it.
She was holding me
She
down.
was. All right. Any of y'all been skinny dipping?
Nope.
I
I
have.
want to, but I haven't.
It's so freeing. We gonna do it when we get to Jamaica.
Yeah, hedonism.
Word?
Yeah.
I ain't do it, but I want to do it.
All right.
A couple of times I almost did in Miami, but maybe in Jamaica.
Yeah. Jamaica definitely.
Sisters lived over there, did she? I like sis.
All right.
This is crazy.
Have y'all any of y'all dated someone you met on social media?
No.
I did. Slept with someone in your parents' bed? No.
Yeah.
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 She might be watching. But
Mama Marshall, he did it.
I don't want to snitch on myself. No snitching.
Have you ever kissed someone whose name you didn't know? I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
yeah.
I did. I did one time. I did.
A few Red Devils in, that's happened a couple of times.
Oh,
All right. Done or received oral in a car while it was moving.
Yeah.
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 That's dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
No. We gotta
Say
get.
no. I don't know who's watching.
How can a female do that? Like, how can a, like,
A female get that?
yeah, get that?
He said, "What do you mean?"
You got that done? That happens?
I mean, you probably put one leg out the
Yo,
window.
sis need a chair, man. Y'all think I'm playing around, man?
She said it happened though?
It's just a chair. She said, "What do you mean?" Like
just wanna
she's
know.
about to break down the angles and all that shit.
Hey. Okay.
Wait, what?
Seems a little difficult.
Wait. I think I know what you're talking about. Wait, a girl
Oh,
receiving it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
right.
she said somebody else is driving. So she's in the. You order.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I have
okay.
no
That might be
comment.
whack head.
Y'all have to remember when I went to prison, she was like a little kid.
Yeah.
So I'm like bugging right now.
Well, just
okay?
cover your ass. Because she's about to get a seat.
All right. How many of
That's
y'all
right.
made a dirty home video?
Yeah.
I did that.
Some of them don't even know they was being taped. I was a little sleazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh.
I used to keep it. It was a little hamper.
Oh, that's cold.
Forget it.
Look, man.
That's cold.
Oh
That's
my
fucked
God.
Big
I never
shot.
leaked it though.
That's
Oh my
cold.
God.
Big shot Russell Simmons.
Sim may have the footage.
Right.
Big shot Harvey Weinstein over here.
Right.
Shit.
Oh no.
Right.
Your
You
man
going
gonna catch a
down.
case on air.
The
son.
footage is gone. The footage is destroyed. Don't worry about it.
Oh
It's
my
taken care
God.
of.
Y'all terrible. All right. Who had a threesome?
Yeah.
I never. I want one though.
But you want no? But tell her
Maybe
which one you
Jamaica.
want.
I want 2 men. I don't want a
That's gonna be
chick.
hard to find if they
No.
straight.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think 2 men want to have 2 tools just hanging around.
No, but what if
Nope.
one in the front and one in the back?
Oh,
like no.
but no.
Oh, okay.
No.
They might touch. You know, I don't
No.
know.
I mean, like like one oral and one
I think
sex.
I think a younger guy would do it because they're into that. The trains and all that stuff.
Two guys
It
might think
gotta
if
be
they're running a train.
Yeah, they'll call
Yeah,
it
like-
a train. They won't call it a threesome.
I mean, I don't give a shit what they call it. That's what I want, and I won't be in this country. Okay, it would
my
be
God.
somebody that I would never see ever again in life, ever. That's my fantasy.
Oh.
Cinemax. All right. Have sex in a public place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never had sex in a
I
car,
must be
y'all.
square.
Huh?
In a car? In a car?
I never had sex in a car.
It's exciting.
Okay. All right. Been in the room with someone while they was having sex.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, have I?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, yeah, back in the day. Like,
Not in
Yeah.
prison.
Wait, but
oh, wait, dang. I forgot about that.
Good one, Max. You try to play that innocent
you know,
shit. Good
Different
one.
situation.
All right. Tell us about that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Good
it's serious.
segue.
It
Yeah.
goes down.
Good segue.
It goes
It goes
down.
down.
Yeah, it goes down. It definitely goes down. And what's crazy is like, you know what a stud is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they wait by the window to see the new commits coming in to see if there's any studs because like they get the top treatment, they get new sweatsuits.
Studs get
The studs get this. The
Wow.
girls buy them everything. Like I guess that's their closest thing to a man.
Mm-hmm.
So, chicks that have never messed with chicks, I mean, they go crazy over these studs. I've never seen anything like
That's
it.
crazy because out here, like studs are the tricks. The studs
In
trick.
prison, it's the opposite.
That's crazy.
It's the opposite because
Oh, because maybe it's not that many of them.
That's it.
Oh, I get it.
that's
I get it. I
I've
get it.
seen chicks get almost their whole face just jacked up. I seen one girl get her ear cut off
wow.
over a fight about a girl. Like that's really.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like some like rape stuff. No,
No,
this
no,
was
no. Some chick had a girlfriend and the girlfriend went to the hole. So the other girlfriend started messing with somebody else. She came out the hole, seen her girl with the other girl. They started fighting and she bust open the razor. You know how to bust open a razor. That's when you stomp out the razor, take
Yeah.
the razor out the and then she hit it in her hand and she just
Wow.
did a swipe and just got her ear. And it just went flying across the room. It was the craziest thing I ever seen. But these relationships get very intense. You're already under stress
Yeah.
because you're in
Right.
prison. And then this person is like kind of, I guess, offering a certain level of comfort because of the situation you're in. And they get so intense. So if you go to lunch one day with the next person or something, or you eat out of somebody else's tray or, I don't know, it sets them off. And
Yeah.
these fights are brutal. I seen people get messed up.
Really? Wow.
So getting back to the music, like who's some of your favorite hip hop artists?
Oh, one, I'm really a big fan of Drake.
Okay.
I think he's extremely lyrical. I think he's dope, and I love authenticity. You're not trying to be this gangster thug. You're just being who you are, and I respect that. I definitely, I like. Who do I like? I like. I don't know. I've been gone for so long. I've missed out on so much music, But I do like what's his name from California.
Kendrick?
Be Humble, Kendrick. Yeah, I like him. I think he's dope. I like J. Cole a lot.
Okay.
I think J. Cole is
I'm
hot.
trying to get the J. Cole thing.
I like him. I like his work. I like what he says. I like what he's about.
I
Of
like
course,
his
love
interviews.
Jay,
I don't like his music so much. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
He doesn't always, I think, pick the best tracks.
Yeah, he does his own beats too.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that explains it because sometimes you can't hear what other people hear,
Yeah.
because it's your creation. But I think lyrically he's dope. I do.
Yeah.
I think he's hot. I think he's very witty. I think Kanye's very witty. Obviously, I love Jay. Who doesn't?
Right.
And I'm a big fan of Nas. I liked his new album that he did with Bob Marley's son, So, I mean, I like real hip hop, though. I do like, I'm very big on my African culture. You see, I got my little stuff. This is not
Yes.
India. This
Really
is
I didn't know
Africa.
what was going on. Okay, I didn't know what was going
Yes,
on.
you know
I
what
saw
I'm
it. I was like,
It's
I didn't want my business. I didn't know. I just, okay.
It's something different.
All right. Yeah, I didn't. Listen, I didn't
No,
want to
it's
judge.
nice. It's pretty.
Well, okay, I
It's
didn't
pretty.
know.
Yes.
Thank you. But
I'm gonna
and I
copy
don't-
next week.
You should start a
I'm
trend.
gonna come. Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Start a trend.
Aisha,
And I don't really
look.
care what people think. Like prison has taught me that there's no hair weaves, the lashes, all of that. You have to just love your authentic self and be you. So I really don't care like what people say about my image. I create my own,
Right.
So, but I think that I think it's a lot of this. I'm just trying to get adjusted to all the new stuff going on.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's kind of it's a process.
I want to know what was the first thing you wanted to eat when you got home? Cause you like still fresh out here.
Yeah, but to be honest, everything was good though. As
Wait,
long as
wait.
it wasn't prison food, it was good.
Can I remix that question? Same question. If you come home, you come home, whatever. Do you want some good sex, good shower, or a good meal? Which one? What order? Give me the order.
Okay, let me remix your question.
You can do that.
Uh-oh.
That's cool.
A good bath.
Okay, good
Okay.
bath. There you go. A good
I
bath.
soaked in the bathtub like for 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Because you and prison showers are nasty. If you accidentally like you turn your ass, rub the wall or something, or your arm touch the wall, you freaking out. You got to
Yeah.
shower all over again. So just being able to just get in a bathtub and not have to worry about getting some type of crazy infection
Right.
was just so peaceful. Like the small things,
Yeah.
So I would have to definitely say shower bath
Yeah.
thing. That was.
So you got you some?
I don't want to talk about that.
I want to know, cause you know how dudes they be. When dudes come home, they be having something lined up already.
No, but that's not a priority. That wasn't like that's mostly men. I think that focus on that for me. I lived a certain lifestyle, and my first mission was to get to the bag. My first mission. I'm focused. I don't want those type of distractions
Right.
because it can be a huge distraction. I am really focused on rebuilding my empire. I was almost there.
Yeah.
I accomplished more than most people have in a lifetime.
Right.
So, now that I've tasted that, that's the only way I really feel comfortable living. So I'm focused.
Okay. Super focused. Cinemax would have been looking for the D. I'd have been like, I'm gonna get to the bag tomorrow, but tonight, have him at my house. Oh boy.
Man. No, it's definitely something that you think about.
Yes.
And stuff, but,
Woo. Oh, you know what? Tonight.
Yo. Yeah. So.
Let's get to it. I want to hear something.
Wow, my DJs just decided to show up.
Right.
So listen, here we see what they can. We like to throw in little instrumentals and
he playing my song.
That's
right now.
right.
now we gonna have that in the background. We gonna let that's gonna be on the edit version.
Yeah, drop something, anything. That's what I do.
Oh, we
Oh,
got
I'm
something
super
for you.
excited now.
That record that was just playing, that was her record? Okay, yes, please. I need that, please. Because I didn't get that. I need that, please.
Here we go. It's cool. This flow good for you?
Yeah, it's good right
All
here.
right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
We say what they can. Ice, that's a rapper name too, Aisha.
Nah, my rap name is VVS.
Well, go into it. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
VVS.
Yeah.
Pink Panther.
All right, let me talk about I don't know. What do females like to hear about? Relationships, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey yo, dreams, it seems that's all you give to me. More war than love, that's all it is to me. Nice, cold, and lonely, phony hands console me. Remembering how you told me you was loving me only. Times is hard and life is real. Why you jerking my feelings got me packing it still. Ready to explode and bust, let out on your bitch. But I come back to reality, is it worth it? I hit you off with the necessities. Why you gotta be stressing me? Niggas in all the drama, I swear it'll be the death of me. Rest of me is crying. Hey yo, I think all my love for you is dying. I'm fucking tired of trying. Hey yo, you can't get blood from a stone, but you can get left on your own. I gotta leave, nigga. I gotta breathe, nigga. I got another nigga that's pulling the 7-figure and plus his dick's bigger.
Well, goddamn.
Oh damn.
Y'all asked for it.
Yeah. We let it get out of here with just one, or we going?
No, that's it. That was dope. But
I
mean, if you want to go again,
We want one more.
You want the same beat or you?
Whatever y'all want to drop.
No,
Come on,
go.
I want to switch the beat.
come on with it. Come on with it.
Switch it up.
So in the meantime, well, you know our DJ's not here, so he's not the DJ, so he got
Right. I want to shout out my man
What up,
Jinx in the
Jinx?
building.
Singlish.
Yeah, I mean, shout out, yo! Can I shout out one of my favorite? You know, y'all know me. I'm the least groupie probably on the planet there is. I just like people, and I like Joe Buttons and Sin Santana as a couple.
Yeah.
And shout out to them, man, on their new baby. Congratulations to y'all, man.
When your
God's
baby?
blessing. My baby coming soon.
There you go. You heard it first.
My baby coming soon. Maybe like you know another 14 months from now.
Okay.
Something like that.
And with that being said, Wswtc is coming.
Let's go.
Hey yo, you ain't ready for the jewels I drop. You ain't ready this black chick rock. You ain't ready for the movement. You think a movement is when my booty go pop. You ain't ready to be free. You think wealth is moving keys. While you was on that corner, I was trading millions overseas. Can't deny I'm a hustler. Hey yo, fake chicks, I don't fuck with ya. I'm an expert in this money game, and I've been a boss, no amateur. And you ain't ready for the shit I'm on. You ain't ready for these big diamonds. I'm the bitch that put your plug on, and I'm the reason why your nigga going. So stop, sit, and think about why you mad. Cause every time that you see my face, it remind you what you don't have. So go get enlightened and tighten your grip. What I am eating does not make you shit. I stay ready with a team so heavy and pump my fists on my black girl shit.
Hey! Okay. That's how you ride a beat to some of y'all lady MCs.
Yo.
Who you talk about?
Nobody.
Oh, who you talking about? Cinemax? Yeah. Who?
Nobody. That's how
Are
you
you
ride
talking
the
about
beat.
somebody specifically?
No, but I'm just
I think she's
saying.
talking about somebody from the
Yo,
Bronx.
shout out to me.
No.
That's just my.
I think she's talking about somebody from the Bronx.
No.
But shout out to me, because somebody said I've been saying the word specifically wrong my whole life, so I've been practicing. So the word is specifically.
That's
How the
right.
hell you gonna say? What was that word you said earlier?
Specifically.
No, the shit you said earlier.
Subsequently.
How the fuck you say that and then?
Cause
Can't say
it's specifically,
specifically.
nigga. Like that's how we say from the hood, nigga. It's specifically.
No,
but
it
now
ain't.
niggas is telling me it's specifically.
I stay away from
I would have
SP
asked
words
you. I would have asked you
altogether.
which ocean. You talking about the ocean?
Right.
There's certain words I don't even
Yo, what
fuck
was
with.
the hip hop scene real quick before we gotta go? Cause we gotta go. What was the hip hop scene like in behind bars?
Battles?
Not so much with the females. I know in the male prisons, but I made sure that I kept that lane open. Like I opened up a music room, and we would go in there every day. We didn't have access to a lot of music, so I made my own music. I've been writing for the last 10 years, so I probably got like 65, 70 songs done and ready to go.
Ready. She ready.
Yeah, so I just gotta take the time to lay it down. I lay down a little something, but I gotta get. I've been trying to build my companies because I'm a businesswoman, but at the same time, this is where my heart is. So I'm just trying to find my balance so that I can do both.
So listen, my man Reef, and he do beats. We record. We do it all here. You know,
hit me up.
We got it all here.
Absolutely.
You know, we all make connections here. That's what we about.
That's
Supporting
what's
each
up.
other.
I'm excited because the freestyles got me hyped. I was like, I was really into it, right?
Because I took my time on purpose so that you can hear what I'm saying. I wanna separate myself from the mumbo jumbo.
Yes,
you know?
I appreciate it. We appreciate rap that you can understand.
I'm coming out with a mumbo rap record. I'm only saying 2 words on the whole record, nigga. It's gonna have 18 tracks.
Lord have mercy.
It's gonna be ghost written by Marat. 2 words.
Have mercy.
Listen,
Number 1 ghost writer in the game. Understand that.
I got a good 2 words for you. It's gonna be hot.
Yo, but seriously,
Tell
please,
people where they
please.
can find you. All that stuff.
Yes.
Shout out the latest novel. Shout out what you're doing next. Please do it.
Yes, my new book coming out is called, my new book that just came out is King's Reign Supreme. It's available on Amazon. And also Baltimore Raw is my new project coming out. It's a collaboration with me and a gentleman named Wswtc. He's still locked up. You know, he had a life sentence. He got a reduction. He'll be home next year, but he was a talented writer, so we came together with that. So that comes out. I want that to come out, I'm thinking around July when I'm off my ankle bracelet and I can move around and promote it. It's very difficult promoting stuff, you know. But you can find me, you know, on Instagram at The Real Aisha Hall. You can also find me at thepinkpantherclick.com. Shout out to my sisters, you know, at Jamila T. Davis, Sunny Money Queens. Yes, they hold me down.
She just got something
She
Friday.
just got an award.
My homegirl threw it. My homegirl Aisha, she threw it. Former label mate from Bad Boy, she threw it. And that was real dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was dope.
She you know, she started that from prison. She started Women Over Incarcerated while in prison, you know, to enlighten the world about the struggles of females in prison. You know, women giving birth in prison are handcuffed to the bed. You know, it's definitely difficult. I mean, we had an officer just before I left who took one of the mattresses from the unit and had it in the back of his office. You know, getting it in with the female inmates. I mean, and really, you know, they say it's consensual, but in that state of mind when you're in there and you have somebody of authority like that, it's never really fully consensual. Right. Mm-hmm. So,
you know, they ask you, how long you been home?
I've been home now 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
I've been home 2 months. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, man, I had a good time today,
Me too.
man.
Yeah, y'all are dope. Y'all are
Really,
dope.
thank
man.
you. No, I really appreciate you coming in and telling your story. It's like
absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
It's definitely inspirational to the ones that are not here, and hopefully we can get the story to them so they can see it. And
Yes, I'm gonna
be
promote it. Let
inspired.
everybody.
Yeah, we're
know.
gonna give you the link and everything.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can get it
This
out
was
there.
great. This was great,
we
and I wish y'all
definitely
the best. I mean, this is
Thank you.
This is excellent.
Well, come.
We need the Pink Panther
Speaking of
posse
which,
in the place.
I was watching it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. That's,
Yeah.
I get money. All we need is 9 seconds. Once we get 9 seconds, I get paid. Don't worry.
Hold on. Reef.
Oh, and it's coming to Fox 5 too. What Can't Stop Won't Stop with Puff. It's coming to Fox 5 I think December 28th.
Oh, that's dope.
So that's some
Oh,
more
make
checks.
sure I
Some more
turn
checks.
up.
Yeah,
Some more checks.
Turn it.
So
Reef, I love you, man.
Oh,
love that.
well, you know that money come. That's just slow. You know that's slow, man.
Yo,
It ain't like her kind of money.
I just want to let you know when you watch the tape back, you're gonna see me say, "Reef, check your cell phone," because I was like, "Yo, we got to play this right now." Because if y'all don't know, my man Ghost Route, this shit right here. One of the best ghostwriting of all time, Grammy nominated.
Wow.
He don't write rhymes. He
Love
write
my
checks.
dude. He don't write rhymes. He write checks. Understand that?
Humble. You
Yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah, he don't like to
Yeah,
talk
that's
about
right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be
So
chill.
we had to put this on. You know.
The trailer to I saw a trailer.
Pink Panther Click.
But I got all hype, and then what happened?
You got to go look at it. What do you mean? It's a book trailer.
Oh, it's a book. Oh,
Yeah. Everybody thought that it was like a movie trailer. It's
Yeah.
a book trailer. So, you know, we know there's a lot of people, especially, you know, our
That's
people,
smart as
we have
hell.
very low readership. Black readership is very low. So we wanted to do something to get people hyped up to pick up the book.
That was
Okay,
brilliant.
cool.
It worked because I'm on it. I gotta get that.
Okay, yeah.
Need that.
You'll love it. It goes deep into the prison life.
Read.
You know, real. That Orange is the New Black, respect to the author and all that, but she only did a couple of days, you know what I'm saying?
Like
So,
Cinemax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cinemax. Yeah.
All right, man, we out here. We gonna see y'all next time, yo.
All right,
yo.
bye, y'all.
At the Real
Hashtag
Aisha
read a book,
Hall.
y'all. We say what they
Absolutely.
can. We in the building next
Hey.
week.